What is up there, guys? This is Cobb, and what moron was it that said that Blizzard wouldn't overhaul a caseable spec and make it viable within Legion? It surely wasn't me just literally 2 videos ago. They've went and revamped so much shit. So awesome. A lot of the talent tiers just got really competitive with these upcoming changes in patch 7.1. The notes are right here. I believe they're data mined right now. These aren't official notes, these are green notes. Not all of them are going to be accurate. Shit like this, for example, Casebolt now has a 100-yard range, up from 40. I think we can safely assume that Casebolt does not have a 100. You're not going to be casebolting people from, like, stables to blacksmith in Arathi Basin, alright? Relax. It's nowhere, right? But a lot of PvP talents have been changed. Namely including Casebolt. Cremation has also had a really interesting change as well. We're just going to go over them, talk about them a bit. And as soon as this goes live in the damn PTR, I'm going to test the shit out of all these. And it's going to be fucking awesome. Starting with Cremation right here. Immolate is now instant cast. Okay, so Cremation basically causes Conflagrate to deal an additional 8% of your target's total health and fire damage, and consumed Immolate. It no longer consumes Immolate. That is now in red text. It's gone. And Immolate is now instant cast if you pick up Cremation. It's fucking awesome. That brings a damn tear to my eye, dude. I've wanted instant cast Immolate for so long. All the other warlocks, all the other kids casting their dots instant, apart from Shadow Priests, I guess. But all the other warlock specs casting all their instant cast dots. Now we can do that to his Destro. It's fucking sweet. Let's just plow on, alright? Entrenched in Flame. This is a new bottom tier talent. No bottom tier is in bad. It's actually extremely good. I mean, it's on the bottom tier. I believe Entrenched in Flame has actually replaced the talent which reduced Infernal cooldown. The Infernal cooldown, it reduced it down to 1 minute. That talent has been replaced by Entrenched in Flame. Conflagrate roots targets for until cancelled. Bit of a weird start. Just nonsensical, really. I don't know what that means, but we can gauge from this that Conflagrate is going to have a root effect on targets. We don't know how long it's going to be for, but there it is. This effect does not break from damage. Destruction Warlock. It says tier 5 talent, but it's actually tier 6 talent, as you can see here. It is in fact on fucking tier 6, alright? That's why these green patch notes are a bit strange sometimes. There are some mistakes in them. But there it is. So this root effect does not break from damage. Pretty fucking sweet, man. The tier 6 of Warlock talents has changed a hell of a lot, and there's a lot of other changes as well, and we're going to go over. That's why I have both the talent windows open here, so we can look at some maybe possible specs with all of these changes that have come in and stuff like that. But for now, we're just going to keep on going on through the notes. Cremation, awesome. Entrenched in Flames, really good. A bit more control, a bit more CC. Fell Fisher has been made 5 PvP talent. See, that's also incorrect, because Fell Fisher is actually a tier 6 PvP talent now. It's down on the bottom. So I don't know why it says that it's 5. I guess it's just some kind of a mistake. No changes to Fell Fisher other than that. I still think it's a bit poo. But that's just me. Firestone restores 2 soul shards and increases your spell crit chance by 100% for 7 seconds. No changes there. Destruction Warlock. It's a fucking tier 4 PvP talent. Firestone has been moved up a tier. I suppose you'd say down a tier. No, fuck it. It's up a tier, right? It now shares the same tier as Cremation, which just buffed. Fucking awesome. It actually says now, oh my god, they've actually went and updated it. Okay, so this Cremation tooltip here, Immolate is now instant casting and Conflagrate deals an additional blah 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 damage. That wasn't updated like literally 20 minutes ago. So they've just updated this, so that makes me think that this change is actually confirmed now. I know that this isn't like a reliable source or whatever, we're just going to have to wait for the patch to go live, but Firestone, Cremation, and Focused Chaos, which we're going to get to just in just a sec. Really competitive tier now on this tier 5. Let's finish reading through these really quick. Sorry for constantly switching between the talent trees and stuff like that. Focused Chaos, here we go, man. Increases the damage of your Chaos Bolt by 200%. That is like 2 Firestones. Firestone buffs Chaos Bolt's damage right now to around 450k-ish, depending on like your mastery rolls. You can push over 500k damage if you pop like a Dark Soul. With Focus Chaos, we could quite consistently be hitting like 700k plus Chaos Bolts. That's fucking stunning. But It is no longer, it no longer is also cast on your targets afflicted by your havoc. So you can't duplicate these kill spells. That to me seems fucking fair enough, right? We can't be spouting out like double 700k kill spells on two like just spraying them out like a goddamn cannon. It just wouldn't work. That would be so broken. I honestly find it hard to believe that this change is even gonna go live. But to be competitive with Firestone, it actually has to be 200%. This could be broken. This could actually be broken, man. I was actually talking in my last video how I think the Casable Spectres isn't going to work, even with the damage tweaks and stuff like that. I was really unconvinced about it. And I said I don't think Blizzard are going to buff the damage even by another, like, 15 or 20%. Even that risks just fucking breaking the spell. Okay? Because of the way that works with Firestone and stuff like that. But this is going above and beyond that. Let's just fucking get to the goddamn talent trees, alright? Let's build a Casebolt spec right now. A Casebolt spec would look like this. Backdraft, reverse entropy. Okay? You gotta go with those things. You can't actually go shot. Like, reverse entropy, it doesn't reduce the cast time enough. 0.5 second reduced cast time on Casebolt. It's just not enough in PvP, alright? You'll be lucky to get off one Casebolt. While popping things like Unending Resolve and maybe even having to spend like an Infernal Stun. It would just take a lot of fucking setup, alright? Backdraft allows you to get off like a couple of fucking Casebolts. Or at least one Casebolt in pretty small burst windows, so you gotta be going for that shit. Probably want to be going Demonic Circle, but we could actually consider going Shadow Fury. Isn't that exciting? Do you know why we could consider that? Because in the PvP talents, we now have a fucking root, man. Conflagrate roots targets for until cancelled, whatever the fuck that means. Conflagrate is gonna root things. That means we can root a melee, and I know a lot of them have ranged interrupts now, so maybe this isn't like, this is just something I want to try out on the PTR. But maybe we can just root a dude, or like, put up Havoc, cast 2 Conflagrates, and root 2 melees at the same time, and then just freely cast a 4-second stun Shadow Fury. That seems pretty fucking legit to me, but for now we're just going to put it on Demonic Circle to be safe, okay? I want to try that out though, that sounds pretty cool to me. Next up, Eradication or Soul Harvest. Probably Eradication, to be honest, right? I think you actually want to go Eradication. With the damage buff this fucking big, Casebolt is going to be much higher priority to just be spamming them off as much as possible. And for another reason which we're going to get to in just a little bit. Demon Skin, Dark Pact, you got to really go Dark Pact. Let's say Grimoire Sacrifice for sake of argument. You could probably go Service, but I think Dark Pact, Grimoire Sacrifice, just really good synergy between these. Soul Conduit. You don't want to go Wreak Havoc anymore. If you were playing a Casebolt spec and you were going Wreak Havoc, can't go that shit anymore. Because of course, when you spec into Focus Chaos, Casebolt can no longer be split in 2 or double cast by a Havoc. So going the old Wreak Havoc just doesn't really work anymore with Casebolt specs at all. It's strictly a Shadowburn spec kind of thing now. Soul Conduit. Soul Conduit allows you to refund some soul shards when spamming out these Casebolts, which makes Eradication just inadvertently better, right? Soul Conduit gives you more soul shards means more Chaos Bolts. More Chaos Bolts means that you're going to maintain this 12% damage buff for, well, just more consistently, really. Alright, those are the basic talents, at least for, like, Battleground general gameplay, right? You might want to switch some of these up for Arena, but I think that's okay. PvP talents, Medallion, Mind Quickness, Haste is always fucking awesome with the Chaos Bolt spec. Curse of Fragility, why? Because it's just a fucking god spell, and I can't wait to cover it fairly soon in the guide. We're going to look at it more closely and talk about just how fucking powerful this goddamn spell is. Extremely good. Nether Ward, because it's just awesome, alright? Anyone who disagrees can shut up. That's actually the reason. I know that it might objectively not be the best talent on there, but I fucking love it, alright? Cremation, Focus Chaos. Increase damage of Casebolt by 200%. Just read that again for a moment. Can you believe that? 200%. Then you got Entrenched in Flame for the root. And this kind of thing, maybe Shadow Fury going on here for a Casebolt spec. I can sort of see it working. Man. Just having the root on Conflag is such a big deal, right? That's such a big fucking deal, honestly. Maybe it won't be enough, but hell, man, it's better than what we fucking got now. I also think it's really interesting how we now have Cremation, Focus Chaos, and Firestone on one tier. Firestone was the absolute, undisputedly best fucking talent on the final tier, actually. But now that sharing a tier with buffed Cremation and focused Chaos, suddenly it's sidelined a little bit. Like, Firestone's best usage is for the Dimensional Rifts, and while that's extremely strong, how do you even term it? It's sort of just like a YOLO plan, right? You pop the Firestone, you need to spend at least 2 Dimensional Rifts, maybe even 3 of them. Just pop all cooldowns in an opener, in something like Arena. If you don't kill them with that, you can't do anything for like a minute and a half, while you wait for Firestone and wait for a couple of Rifts to come off. So the Firestone spec suddenly seems so inconsistent compared to both Cremation and Focus Chaos. That's the Chaos Bolt spec. Let's have a look at a little Shadowban one, alright? Honestly, Shadowban will still have its place, but for the first time in a long fucking time, honestly, since like forever, I always feel like I've played Warlock long enough to be able to just look at a tree of talents and just say, this is going to be the talent spec. I know it is. Some people are going to disagree and stuff like that in the comments. Some people are going to argue about it, debate about it. But at the end of the day, I'm like 95% sure that I'm correct. And I don't think much argument is really going to change my mind, you know. I've not always been right, but I've always been confident that I'm going to be right. With this, I just don't know. I just don't, because that Case Bolt buff is so big that it could just... and also having the root effect as well on Conflagrate with Entrenched in Flame. It's all just so big and so playstyle shifting that it's really hard to gauge whether Shadowban is going to be so essential anymore, or whether we're actually going to be able to get off a Chaos Bolt every now and again, you know? Let's build a Shadowban spec though, just for the hell of it, right? Shadowban, Mana Tap is still going to be the best for that. You probably just want to go Demonic Circle. Is there really as much value in getting off a Shadow Fury, or even like a Havoc Double Mortal Coil as a Shadowban spec? I suppose the Havoc and Double Mortal Coil is actually stronger than the Shadow Fury here, and is much more of a contender with Demonic Circle, but I think we're just going to go with Demonic Circle for now, because melees are the main weakness for well, basically all Warlocks right now, right? Eradication versus Fire and Brimstone versus Soul Harvest. Soul Harvest, obviously the best for Shadowban spec. Dark Pact, Room Out of Sacrifice. Probably want to go Wreak Havoc here. Right? It's really tough. Because my reasoning before was, oh, go Soul Conduit to keep your damage really consistent. Because, you know, every time you spend a Soul Shard, every time you Shadowban somebody, you have a chance essentially to get another free Shadowban. Keeps your damage really consistent. Wreak Havoc, though, works really nicely when paired with Firestone, right? Because you don't have as much Soul Shard starvation going on. But now it's going to work even better with Cremation, because Immolate will be instant cast. You can just spam Immolates on everything, and your Soul Shard generation will be huge. You're not going to need the Firestone anymore. The Firestone for the Soul Shard generation part, it's been made kind of redundant, right? Increasing your spell crit is still really good, especially for things like Dimensional Rifts, and it's not bad for Shadowbands as well. But I still feel like Cremation is just going to be the best, so let's just work our way down here again. Gladiator's Medallion, Mind Quickness. Mind Quickness is still good because it reduces the cooldown on Conflagrate, which just got a lot more powerful actually with the buff to Cremation, because it doesn't dispel Immolate anymore, so you don't get punished for just mashing out Immolate Conflagrates, you know? Case of Fragility is still extremely good. Netherward. The only real change is the switch from Focus Chaos to Cremation, actually. So with the Shadowban spec, you're going to be running around, you're going to be spamming Immolates out on everybody. A lot of the time, it's just going to be Immolate can flag, Immolate can flag, Immolate. Right? And that's already just like a quarter, perhaps a third of someone's health pool in damage. All this fucking instant cast from Immolate can flag, Immolate can flag. That's fucking insane. Pair that up with Shadowbands, it just makes the damage so difficult to stop. Like, how does somebody peel a Destruction Warlock if you go Shadowban and Cremation now? It is literally unavoidable, unpeelable damage, and they can't even run away as easily because we have a root. Okay, does that mean that I think that the Shadowban spec is better? Fuck, man. I think the Shadowban spec is fantastic. You know what? I might just put a straw poll in the description. What do you guys think? Let me know what you guys think. Shadowban or Chaos Bolt? And we're not talking about which one. Okay, fuck it, yeah, we'll talk about which one is going to be most fun. Which one do you want to play, right? Do you want to play with Cremation and Shadowburn? Because those two have like that natural synergy, that instant cast spam synergy, right? Or do you want to play with Focused Chaos and, you know, and all the associated PvP talents and maybe even trying out Shadow Fury to get off some meaty case balls and shit like that? Which one do you want to play? Cast your vote on there. Let me know which spec you guys are most excited to try out. But for now, I'm just going to leave it here, man. I'm just going to leave it here. That's it. Those are all my thoughts out there. I think it's awesome to have some competition, man, between specs. Because it's really hard to even gauge which of these is going to be the best. I think Shadowburn might just win out in Arena. Battlegrounds, though, honestly, like, these case ball buffs are just fucking ridiculous. These case ball buffs are ridiculous in everything apart from Arena, and even in Arena, they might just be insane as well. Fucking crazy shit. Look forward to hearing your guys' thoughts on this. Now, thanks for watching. I'm going to catch all of you guys just a really tad bit later. No, I'm not, I lied. I'm going to shout out a new patron, Kai Mathuni. Is it Kai Mathuni? Mr. Kai Mathuni. Thanks a lot for the pledge. Thanks for supporting the channel. You're a fucking champion. Really, really appreciate it. And now I really am going to catch all you guys just a tad bit later. Remember, you can support the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing, and checking out our Patreon page, which is always linked below in the description. So cheers again, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow. Okay. I don't have any kick, man.